Hey guys, it's Lady T. Welcome back to the channel. So I have for you guys a very disturbing story out of Washington, D.C. So we have a video, a very graphic, minute-long cell phone video clip that shows a group of 5 girls chasing a 64-year-old man with disabilities into a Northwest alley. As he tried to climb up the chain fence, the girls pull him down. They stomp his head into the pavement. They pull his pants down around his ankle and remove his belt and proceed to beat him with it. Then as Reggie Brown, who is the victim, lay on the ground in a pool of blood, the girls became jubilant. They was laughing and chatting, "He's leaking." One of the girls cheered, referring to Brown's bleeding from his head. The cell phone video was played in D.C. Superior Court on Friday and Saturday during the hearings for 3 Northwest girls who police say was part of that group. The 3 who was arrested on Friday was charged with first and second degree murder in Brown's death. One of the girls is 12 and 2 are 13. All 3 girls was charged as juveniles. The 12-year-old who was shot in the foot on Friday morning before she was arrested hobbled into court on Saturday on crutches, though the details about that shooting was not released. Attorneys for the 3 enter not guilty pleas. Brown's body was discovered about 1 a.m. on October the 17th near an alley in the 6200 block of Georgia Avenue Northwest. Authorities determined that Brown, who was unarmed, died of blunt force trauma. During 2 days of hearings, D.C. Homicide Detective Harry Singleton testified that Brown was disabled, had mental health issues, and had a metal plate in his head and only 2 fingers on each hand. Singleton said that he spent months reviewing security cameras footage, interviewing witnesses, and watched cell phone videos that at least one of the girls recorded of the incident, which was turned over to the police. In court, Singleton played security camera footage showing that he believes to be the events leading up to Brown's death. Before the attack, an unidentified man, who the detective said looked to be about early 20s, was seen escorting Brown off Georgia Avenue by Brown's collar. The man threw Brown against the wall and he fell to the ground, the video shows. Now, as Brown got up and tried to stumble off, Singleton said the group of 5 girls who was walking nearby saw the incident. One of the girls, based on the interviews with at least one witness, allegedly walked over to the man and asked him, "Can I fight him?" The man responded, "Yes." The girls then chased Brown into a nearby alley. Singleton said that the 12-year-old wearing a pink hair bonnet pulled Brown off the fence as he attempted to escape. The other girls then began kicking him. The 12-year-old, Singleton said, was captured on video striking Brown with his belt and kicking him in the head. She was also seen recording the incident on her cell phone while using her phone's flashlight. One of the girls told authorities that 2 of the girls did not want to participate in the fight, but the identified man then threatened to shoot them with the gun he allegedly had in his waistband. Singleton said that he was unclear whether Brown and the other man knew each other, but he said that the girls did not know Brown. The girls also allegedly did not know the identified man. At the first hearing, district prosecutor tried to display the graphic photos of Brown laying on the ground after the beating, but the judge stopped her and said that he did not need to see additional isolated photos of Brown's body. On Saturday, when the district prosecutor played the video for the second judge, 2 courtroom personnel turned away from the screen and bowed their heads. None of the girls had prior arrests, but all 3 had long-standing truancy issues, having missed long stints of school, according to information released at the hearings. The father of one of the 13-year-old girls had to re-enroll his daughter in school because she had missed so many days. That teen had not been in school at all in 2024. Now check this out, guys. Now at both of the hearings, The girls sat next to their attorneys and watched the videos and listened to the detective's testimony. Now, one of the 13-year-olds, she was wearing a sweatshirt with the R&B trio TLC on the front. She sucked her thumb at various points during the hearing and at one point began sleeping until the judge told her attorney to wake her up. The other 13-year-old had on a bright pink yarn in her hair that matched the pink sweatshirt that she was wearing. At both hearings, the girl parents sat in the back of the courtrooms. Both judges ruled that there was enough evidence to support second-degree murder and assault charges. They ordered that the girls be held in a secure detention at the city's Youth Services Center. The judges dismissed the first-degree murder charges for all three, citing a lack of evidence of premeditation. All three girls will be in court this Thursday for a follow-up hearing. This was a very hard story to cover. Something about crimes against those that are vulnerable makes me extra sick. You can take one good look at this man, the victim, and be able to tell that he lived a difficult life and it ended in such a horrendous manner by a bunch of violent little mini animals who took pleasure in inflicting such damage as they possibly could. All of them need to be expelled from society, because if you're doing this at 12 and 13 years old with pleasure, there's no hope for you anymore. It's really something up with these kids, these teenagers today. They're just very angry, they're aggressive and demonic. And with this case, the parents is not home, the girl's missing weeks of school, parents working all the time, consumerism, social media. And social media is raising these kids. No supervision. All of this is a recipe for disaster. These girls are basically raising themselves. These girls are being raised by the streets. Let them learn the hard way. They think what they did was okay and laughable. And since the parents don't want to raise their kids, these girls need to be charged as an adults. And they need to be charging the parents too. It's time for these parents to take some type of accountability for their kids' actions. At 12 and 13 years old, they should be at home. What happened to inside when street lights come on? This incident happened after 7 p.m. Again, they should have been home. They show no remorse whatsoever. Shoot, at that age, I was just getting out of playing with the baby dolls. These kids these days do way too much grown-up actions. Cities and states need to get tougher on these kids who commit violent crimes like this. Holding them in juvenile until 1821 isn't enough. The parents also need to bear some of the account of the responsibility with restitution or a charge. Let's go to social media. Social media does play a role in how these kids are today. Before social media, teens only had to compare themselves to other teens within their school and community and celebrities. That's it. But now they spend all day looking at other people who appear to look better than them and whose lives appear to be more glamorous than them, who appear to have more money than them, and who don't even live in the same area as them. And so they are in a constant state of anger, jealousy, and insecurity about their own situation. And because they lack of a full perspective of life, and because no one has helped them approach life from a more positive perspective, and because their ideas about what life should have been supplanted by social media, they can't see the bigger picture beyond their current circumstances. Eventually, they find it easier to accept and surmise that being the most beautiful, the most gifted, the most talented, etc., can never be available to them like it is to others. So instead, they just settle for being the coldest, the most heartless, the most dangerous, or the most feared. They can at least get social media famous if they post a video of a fight, which is more recognition than they think they can ever get from things like good grades or doing well in sports, helping their community, etc. But anyway, guys, I'm about to end this video. Condolences to this family. My heart really do go out to them and to the victim. All right, guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this story. So let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And as always, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And thanks for watching.